What up, YouTube? This your boy Atruckernamedjay. See, my shirt was tucked under my titties. Fat people problems. Checking in, man. I'm out here in Illinois, headed to towards Denver, headed towards this snowstorm. Hoping that this snowstorm doesn't mess up my plans too much to get to this mentor class, but we're gonna see. You know, we're gonna adapt. We're gonna keep driving, and if it gets too unsafe to drive, we'll shut it down and adapt again. But what I wanted to talk about right quick, man, something on my mind. I feel like that I'm still struggling, but I don't think it's the same type of struggle that I was going through before trucking. For those who remember my page from before, in the videos I made before I came into trucking, I showed you my physical struggle, with money and, the living situation, the type of job that I had to work, the things that I had to do for money, and just being in a situation of always being frustrated, always being stressed out, always just worrying over the physical things needed to survive. And since I came into trucking, I was able to do away with, for the majority, with that struggle. The majority of that struggle is gone. I no longer have to worry about what my next meal or my family's next meal, where the money's gonna come from, how much. I really don't have to stress over those things anymore, which is a blessing. Like, don't get it twisted. That's a great blessing that is often overlooked, because as truck drivers we make a lot of money, but it's a lot of people still out there who aren't as financially stable as we are. Even if we may not be 100% happy with the income that we're making at the time, there's still always more opportunity in trucking, more money, more growth. But now I find myself dealing with a different struggle, man. I find myself dealing with a mental struggle, and it kind of comes from before trucking, before I was even an adult, man. I think it's just like I had a conversation with my mentor, which everybody knows is King D-Raj. There's no mystery there. And we talked a little earlier, and one of the things that we were talking about is, he kind of told me about myself, which, any true friend in your life is going to be 100 to you about yourself, whether you want to hear it or not. Whether you get mad at them and stop talking to them for a month, or you just take it like, take it on the chin like you're supposed to take it and keep it pushing. You know what I'm saying? Pause, I guess. But and what he told me was, he told me that I'm a great starter but a horrible finisher. In the beginning of whatever I have my mind set on at this, and this is things that, for the record, I've been told before about different family members and people. But I'm just highlighting him saying it, for the point, because he was the most recent, and it just got me thinking. So, and when the people was telling me this way back when, I didn't have a YouTube, so I'm going to turn it into content. Like my videos, like somebody commented on my video about my lock journey and was like, oh, this a hair channel now? Nah, my channel has always been about my journey in life. It's just trucking is where I am right now, so that's what you're going to see the majority of, is my trucking life. But it's always been about me trying to become a better man. You know what I'm saying? Me trying to be a better father, me trying to be a better son, me trying to be a better husband, me trying to be a better brother, me trying to be a better businessman. Just me trying to be a better person in general. That's what this channel is. If you don't like it, unsubscribe and kindly go find another channel to critique. You know what I'm saying? But if you're going to rock with me, rock with me. But back to the point at hand, is just like he was telling me how, I'm a great starter, but I suck at finishing. I'll start something and put a lot of energy into it, and I die out. Like, once something shit hit the fan, or so whatever happens, it happens, and then next thing I know, I'm giving it up, I'm quitting, and then that's it. And I'm looking at, the next new shiny thing on the shelf, metaphorically speaking, of course. But And it's interesting because, you know, to relate it to trucking, I think about when I went into the lease. And I think about, you know, before I went into lease, I wasn't really doing bad as a company driver at Swift at that time. And I wasn't even, then I wasn't making as much as I make now, but I still was doing pretty good and still would have did just as good as a mentor as a company side. But I was just such in a rush to become a lease operator. And I think back now, and I'm not going to say 100% that I did it because everybody else was doing it, but I would say about 85% of it was because I saw a lot of other YouTubers and people that I had knew personally at that time doing this. So it was like, fuck it, you know. And it's just interesting because I was reading a book, Black Privilege by Charlemagne. Like, I bought that shit a while back, but I really hadn't read the whole book, so I'm starting to read it. I actually got the audio book, so listening, reading, same thing. Listening with my ears, but reading with my mind, I guess is the best way to put that. I'm trying to sound smart and shit. But, and he said something about fuck your dreams. And he said fuck your dreams because a lot of times your dreams aren't your own. And I think back, like, maybe those ambitions to be a lease operator wasn't my own. It was just me putting somebody else's vision in my own, you know what I'm saying? Like, because when I came into trucking, I didn't have ambitions to be a lease operator. I just wanted to come out here to make money. I just wanted to come out here to better my life financially. I didn't even know what a lease operator was, you know what I'm saying? So, but then it's like, okay, I seen this person do it, this person. It's like, okay, this seemed to be the wave. And then so I hopped in. So, but I kind of wish I would have, you know, took the advice that I was given at that time by D-Raj again. You know, it's like, yo, slow down, slow your roll. You know, I'm not saying you're not ready, but you're not ready. But I was like, nah, this is what I want to do. When it wasn't what I wanted to do, man. It was just what I saw when I thought was right. I don't regret it because, you know, everything, every failure is a lesson. You know what I mean? Everybody knows that. That's the cliche saying. It is what it is. But I say all that to say that my struggle mentally is that I know I'm inconsistent. I know I'm emotional. I know I allow my emotions to make more decisions than I allow my thought process to make. And it's just like I'm just trying to get to a point where I'm just doing away with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, the first step is admitting it, which I've done. You know, but I really want to start putting into action things to just separate myself from that type of, because it doesn't mean anything, man. No matter how good your thought process is, no matter how good your mindset is, no matter how intelligent you may be, if you're not gonna do what the fuck you say, then you just talking. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, I gotta get away from that shit, man, because if not, I'm gonna be right here next year doing the same thing, year after that. You know what I mean? And it's funny. The trolls and haters are, you know, they point that out often, but, you know, it's the truth. You know, like, you know, some hate have a little bit of truth in it, but it's just an exaggerated truth, I feel. You know what I'm saying? Like, people who hate on you, some of the stuff that they're saying is true, but they're just overdoing it. You know, they're reaching, if you will, but they're not 100% false. So, and it's the truth, man. So I just got to get better, man. You know what I mean? Like, and it's just, that's my struggle now. I don't need to make more money. I make enough money. Even though I want to make more money, I don't need to right now. I need to learn how to manage the money I make. I don't need to be in any better position than I am right now. I don't need to be a lease operator right now. I don't need to be an owner operator, fleet owner, whatever. I don't need to do anything besides what I'm doing right now until I master this. You know what I'm saying? We always talk about striving for better, but in order to strive for better, you have to first get better at what you're doing. Like, how can you, it's just like playing Madden. You can't go challenge somebody on Madden if you can't play on Pro. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, that's kind of, you know, the simple way I can put it, you know what I'm saying? So, I don't know, man. This is something I had on my chest. I just kind of just talked. I don't really know what I'm gonna name this, but this was on my heart, man. Maybe this may touch somebody. Maybe this will help somebody realize that, you know, you just doing a lot of talking. You really ain't putting action behind what you're talking about. You're not really, you know, doing what you want to do. You're just doing what you think is right. You just got to be honest with yourself, man. And then you may be a finisher. You may be a starter, but not a finisher. Don't feel bad. YouTube is full of them. That's not a shot. That's the truth. No disrespect to any YouTube personality or anybody up here that may take offense to that. YouTube is filled with a lot of people who start a lot of things and talk about it, but aren't finishing it. That's why when you see a YouTube trucker or a trucker on YouTube or whatever they want to call themselves do something that they say they're going to do, it's such a surprise and a congratulation type feel, because you're so used to hearing people talk about shit and not doing nothing. And I just want to break that cycle, you know what I mean? I know you may have heard me talk about this more than often recently, but that's just the wave that I'm on. That's the energy. That's, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's the only way I'm going to get better, by acknowledging this shit. You know what I mean? So, I'm not ready to make more money. I'm just not. I'm not prepared for it. I'm mentally. And that's my struggle, and that's what I got to work on. Everything in my life starts mentally. My health, my money, my relationships. Mental, man. You know what I mean? So, just something to think about. This is something I think about on a daily basis. Got to get better. Like, for real. Start with being, and be honest with yourself. Stop living the comfortable lie. A lot of people out here living a very comfortable lie. Not life, lie, L-I-E. A lot of people are living a very, very comfortable lie, but it's still a lie. So at the end, it still eats you up on the inside. And eventually, it always implodes. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but eventually that shit will implode. So, but as always, stay safe, stay positive, stay productive. God Family Trucking. Check y'all next time.